what's up, everybody? My name is Marley Hanlon, and I'm here with Campus Outreach Chicago student podcast. We're here to highlight Sophia with us today, and so would just love to give the floor over to Sophia. Sophia, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you go to school, what you're studying.
Okay, yeah, I'm Sophia Jaime. I'm going to be a junior at UIC. I play for the women's soccer team. I'm originally from Valparaiso, Indiana, so not too far from Chicago. And as far as it comes to what I'm majoring in, I'm a little bit undecided. But as of right now, I think I'm doing majoring in disability and human development and minoring in criminology.
Nice, that's amazing. Yeah, would love to get to know just who you are a little bit deeper. What can you tell us about how you came into college spiritually?
Yeah, so when it came to my recruiting process and where I was deciding to go to school, I originally I've grown up Catholic my whole life, went to Catholic school for 9 years, and I knew that I wanted to go to like a religious college, and I knew that's the path I wanted to go down because I loved going to a religious school growing up. But the Lord planned it, I ended up at UIC. So I knew that I wanted a group that would help me in my faith and just kind of stay on that course because I know that once you go to like a school that like doesn't really focus on that, it's hard to get distracted with other things, especially with sport. Um, and then a few people reached out from campus outreach, like constantly like trying to get us to come. And so we came all the time, me and a few of my other teammates, and it really was the group that I had been praying for and been looking for, and I've just been growing more and more in my faith ever since I've started going to campus outreach.
Yeah, that's amazing. Super exciting to hear. My next question would be, how has campus outreach impacted you spiritually as a student and in your current walk with Christ?
Yeah, definitely. It's been I've worked like more than I can express, been helping project my faith in ways that I didn't even think would be possible. It's so nice to have like a good group of people that are athletes and aren't athletes that are able to like relate on those bases and like are also college students or had been through it recently. It's nice because the more that me and some of my friends would go to campus outreach, we would find different groups of people and meet other times during the week. So like towards the end of this last year, I'd been meeting like 3 times a week with just different people, and it became like such a constant in our lives that I was able to share with other friends and family because it was always like, oh, where are you? Like, oh, I'm just learning about Jesus with my friends, and it just became like such a more of a forefront of our time and not just like a once a week thing, and it really became something that we love to go to, not just like a chore. So I don't know, I really think having a good group of people and especially women to we help each other and hold each other accountable, and we just grow together, and I've loved it so far.
And that's an amazing answer. I would totally agree. I think community, fellowship, and just having people to walk through life with while we're in college, while we're figuring out what we're gonna do, is just so helpful. And it's what Christ models for us to walk with others.
Yeah.
And then next question is, what is something that you have learned through campus outreach that you desire to pass on to others?
I mean, I think I kind of just touched on this, but like the main thing that comes to my brain that like I've learned differently from campus outreach from like other things that I had been growing up thinking, like obviously like you're always told like it's nice to have that community, but like having people like by your side that you can be vulnerable with and share that side of yourself with is so important. And like now I'm growing to learn that the people that I'm trying to surround myself with people that have the same morals as me and like people that model godlike actions. I just think it's a great idea to kind of force yourself to be around the people that you want to be like most in life, because it's hard, especially like when you're playing a sport. You're kind of forced to be with your teammates, and I love my teammates and I it's a great thing, but it's nice to do the same thing for the opposite and like trying to be around people who model what you want spiritually and like have the same goals as you. So I don't know. I think just by like surrounding myself with people who love God and love Jesus, like that has really been helping me. And we're able to like help each other grow and share what we learn. And I don't know, just hold each other accountable during our journeys and everything. So yeah.
No, that's amazing. And then I just have one final question. So I know you were able to just be able to participate in one of our summer opportunities, UTC, the Ultimate Training Camp, which partners with Athletes in Action to help just train you in faith and sport and what it looks like to play like in freedom. But if you could tell everybody else who wasn't there a little bit about what UTC was and just the impact, the things that you took away from it, that'd be so great.
Yeah, I can go on for so long about how awesome UTC was. Originally, we had heard about UTC my freshman year, or at the end of my freshman year, and I wasn't really able to go because I had a lot of summer soccer and whatever, and it just seemed like another thing that I would have to make a lot of work to make room for. So it was just easier for me to say no. And then a few of my other friends had gone, and they had told us how awesome it was. But it's funny because I didn't know in detail like how amazing it was, even though I was told that. But anyway, so then eventually I had the opportunity this year, and at first it closed, the Colorado one, and I was only going to be able to go to that one. And then, like Lauren and Elena and like everyone a part of like Hips Outreach continue to pray for like spots to open up for people who, wanted that opportunity. And spots did open up for me and my teammate Casey. So we ended up going to Colorado. We were the only people from UIC that were able to go. So we were kind of a little bit like nervous about that, but we had each other. So, that was good. But and we didn't know much about what it was, but Lauren had told me that, one of my biggest questions is, like how, and one of the main things we kind of learn at campus outreach is how to, incorporate God into your sport. And I've been growing up playing sports forever, and I'd never put the two together in my brain for some reason, even though they're the number one and two things in my whole life. But so I was excited to learn that. And we have been learning it for like the past year, but it's still like, I felt like I needed a little bit more. And Lauren was like, this is exactly what you need. It has the answers, like all your questions, like you get to you get to put it into action, like trying to incorporate those, principles and stuff. So, that's exactly she said that's exactly where I needed to go. So when me and Casey got there, like it was just awesome because you're surrounded by all athletes who, were all believers. And when we were there, we all kept saying we felt like this is the closest we had ever been to heaven because, you're in a little bubble of, all believers are striving to improve themselves and just loved each other. Like it was awesome. So, it was a week long, and it was very, very tiring. It was no one had really gone into detail. I'm kind of thankful for this, but how physically challenging this is going to be. Um, and I do like soccer is a very, very physically hard sport, but oh my goodness, everyone was a little bit humbled when we got there. But we were really taught how to play truly with like an audience of one. And it like I've had two games since I came back from the camp, and I've really been trying so hard to incorporate like the principles that we learned over at UTC. um but I don't know, I'm excited to see. I talked to my coach about it, and he said he's excited to see how me and Casey like implement the tools that we've been learning and try to show our teammates really how to play with not just your own strength, but with the Lord's strength. Because when we were there, we really, really learned that you can't do it all by yourself. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see how this season goes with all the tools and training I learned from UTC and share it with my peers.
Wow, that's amazing. That got me fired up. So thank you for
Oh,
sharing
yeah.
that. Just thank you for, yeah, just being a part of campus outreach. Like we love having you. And yeah, would just want to wish you the best of luck this upcoming season, and that you just continue to play for an audience of one and to play in that freedom.